Bunch of Course Army, where you at, your motivation guy? That's right, I am back. You know, this season of Fortnite has completely changed the way that we play the game, and those changes are why you need to stay on top of your grind and make sure that you have a shot at becoming the best. You know, many players have trouble knowing what they need to do exactly to improve, so if you're one of those people, man, this video is definitely for you. You know, today we're going to be showing you some of the biggest reasons why you're not improving and how you can. You guys ready for this? Let's get this going. So the biggest reason why many players don't improve is because of their practice. And so to play a high level in Fortnite, guys, you need to put in at least 8 hours a day. Just to be in with the chance of making a little bit of money, you know, a month from official Fortnite events. You know, many players are obviously limited and just have no possible way of playing that much. But by just practicing the same things over and over for at least a couple hours a day, you're already going to start seeing huge improvements. And so I get hit up on my Instagram at Your Motivation Guy all the time. And, you know, a lot of you guys ask me these questions like, I don't have enough time. You know, I know summertime is here, so obviously, you know, more people have more time, but, you know, usually people are working or in school. So you just have to make the best of the time that you have, you know. I always like to say quality over quantity. You know, you can practice for 8 hours a day and still really not improve because you're practicing wrong. Or you can practice 1 hour a day, but you're working on your weaknesses, right? And you're just kind of getting the repetition with stuff, and you're going to see your growth like explode. So I like to say that. So don't stress. Okay, so always grind arena to really improve your fighting skills. You know, play scrims to improve your game sense and rotations, and play creative, guys, to improve your mechanical skill. The best way of improving is by setting a routine every day and utilizing it to strengthen each and every component of your gameplay. Every professional player has a routine that they always use, you know, whether it be playing Fortnite itself or just playing aim trainings before getting into the game. However, you know, many players have already started doing this, but, you know, still have seen really no improvement in their placements and overall gameplay. I will say this, don't worry. This is very common for a lot of players. Like, even if you practice the same thing every day, you know, and you're trying to work on these weaknesses, like, you could still be weak in that same area. And, you know, you're probably practicing, like I just said, the wrong way. Practicing the wrong way is the best way to go nowhere fast. But obviously, that's not what you want, right? So instead of just spinning your wheels without moving forward, you should probably go to ProGuides.com. Like, we've got an innovative VOD review system that allows you to upload your replays. Crazy! You could upload your replays to our website, where one of our top tier pro coaches will watch it over and tell you everything you did right and everything that you did wrong and how to correct those mistakes. All right, so look at what's costing your games and never let it get past you. Like, that's so real. Like, never let your ego get to you. Always know that there is a, you know, probably a better player in your game that will definitely have the ability to take you out in any situation, no matter how much time you put in. So don't lose confidence, guys. Like, make sure that you always put in the time to work on your weaknesses, as I discussed just minutes ago. Like, if you're having trouble editing and, you know, you're always panicking when you're in an intense box fight, you know, it's most likely because you haven't been playing enough creative and arena, really. So put more time into warm-up courses like the Raider 464 edit course, which I love, and Peace Control map, and really just start playing some more arena and just get comfortable while fighting. And if you always manage to box your opponent up, but end up just missing a lot of your shots and never are able to finish the kill off, your aim needs major improvement. So put in more time into aim training and add aim duels to your routine, guys. Like, aim duels are high HP, you know, up close aim training against another player, and will really help your close encounter fights really improve a lot. So finally, like, if your mechanics and aim are absolute top tier, but you always have trouble just being consistent in stack lobbies, it's definitely because you don't scrim enough. Scrimming, guys, is absolutely free. And in service like open scrims, you know, NAE, NAW, and EU, like, you can improve your game sense and be rewarded for doing well. You can start ranking up, and along with it, find better teammates and have bragging rights after you start the plays. So playing in stacked in-game lobbies will help you guys learn your drop spots really well and teach you new rotations as the game goes on. After all, like, just make sure you're calm and you're always sharpening your skills no matter how good you become, all right? All right, Bunch of Course Army, it's time for the question of the day. All right, so what's one thing that you wish that you were better at in Fortnite? Let us know in the comments down below, and we're definitely gonna check it out. All right, back to the video. So another big reason you're not improving is because you prefer playing with players that aren't up to your skill level. Can we be real about that? I mean, obviously, I know it helps our confidence when we're playing with people that we're better than, but it's not really helping the overall journey, right? So this may make your game like more fun, I get it, but you know, there's also the biggest reason why we might be stuck at the same level for multiple reasons. You know, obviously you shouldn't just ditch all your rope friends just because they can't play the game like you, but you do need to start playing against, better players. And so the best way of doing this is creating or joining a friend group with the same achievements as you and actually controlling the players that you play against. By having a competitive friend group, you're always going to be improving and you're actually going to have reasons to get better. Friends motivate you, man, to stay on top of them. And by bringing the competitive aroma around yourself, you're never going to be demotivated. And so obviously, having an established friend group who you enjoy practicing with is really hard for most players, but scrimmaging and really just proving your own skill isn't. If you practice consistently and still aren't swimming with the sharks, the biggest reason that you're still stuck in the pond is because you never use your own skill to beat other good players. Like if you're stuck just blaming your teammates, just drop them really, and just stick to improving in solos. If you're not improving, guys, solos are the best way to actually grind and have a way of just knowing what you're doing wrong. So the best way of doing this is by playing 1v1 wagers and playing scrim ladders that will help you rank up and just showcase your skill level. Playing ladders and scrim servers gives you guys access to higher levels of practice like KNG Private and Elite Practice. These two servers are the highest level of practice in NAE and are moderated by professional players to make sure that the practice matches are at the highest tier. Obviously, you're not going to be able to make it up all the way, on your first try, but just keep going, man, and you're slowly going to rank up, all right? Playing wagers will help you guys improve your overall mechanical skill as well. But just make sure you balance it out with some scrims on the side. Wagering or even playing ranked creative, against good players is one of the best ways to improve. You're going to learn how to outplay really good players in ways you would have never thought of, especially when there's a lot on the line. You obviously don't, have to wager, but playing through websites like Rematch and utilizing ranked zone wars and, box fights and realistics is the best way to beat players that are better than you and just finding out what you need to do to actually improve in your ranks. So think of each rank, as just like a stepping stone, and just reaching the highest rank means that your mechanical skill is the best it could be. All right, so a reason why many players have trouble improving is not only because they're not practicing enough, but they're just negatively affecting themselves by doing so. Most players who play the game consistently don't always improve, but never get worse. However, in certain cases, you may just burn yourself out, and then that requires a lot of different solutions. For example, if you feel yourself getting worse and you still keep practicing the same over and over, it's most likely because you're probably burnt out and you need probably a small break. If you feel like you're seeing no progress, guys, don't bring yourself down and just really make the changes you need to help yourself improve. And so taking a break will definitely not work for everybody, so try to change your playstyle completely. Try changing your keybinds and sensitivity, which will help you a lot and will definitely help you improve. Just remember, whether you're stuck at the same level or you're starting to hit rock bottom, there is always a solution to your problems. All right, guys, the last but definitely not least reason that you may have trouble placing and improving is your mentality. Whether it's because you're overconfident or if you don't believe in yourself at all, your mentality is what keeps you going no matter what level you're at. Never let your mentality ruin your gameplay. A huge part of Fortnite is not only how efficiently you fight, but also your mental game. Staying motivated throughout an entire tournament is key because it only takes one big game to change the course of an entire tournament. For example, dying off spawn 2 games in a row is fine in a 10-match format, as you can still just play your next game out and just make it a big one. If you're doing bad, you're going to be up against players that are way worse than you, and you could just easily turn your entire tournament around with one game. So staying positive and just knowing that anything can happen is a great way of staying motivated. And just remember, it's not over yet. Refrain from sayings like, I'm done, or I suck. Because, once you believe those statements are true, it's over. But, there is no coming back from that. And so along with being demotivated after a couple of games, you should never blame other things than yourself. Stop blaming things like your teammates, lag, or your setup. And always try to fix the problem rather than just identifying it. Obviously team modes are about depending on your team, but placing your part is crucial for your team to succeed. On every single team, you're probably not going to find perfect teammates. So just work on yourself and the perfect teammate will eventually come right to you. So those were some of the biggest reasons that you're probably not improving in Fortnite. And so if you see yourself in any of these reasons, man, then don't panic, don't worry, because now you know everything that you need to get yourself back into the grind to really start improving once again. I believe in you. I am your #1 fan and I'm cheering for you guys every single day. Have you guys liked the video? Make sure you sub to the channel and connect with me for even more motivation at my Instagram, Your Motivation Guy. Hey, listen, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.